Ariana sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the concert poster on her wall. It featured the faces of her favorite band, Sonic Rush, in bold, electric colors. She had been a fan of theirs for years, ever since they first hit the music scene with their high-energy beats and heartfelt lyrics. Their music had been a constant in her life, helping her through the ups and downs of high school. Now, at 18, she was desperate to see them live for the first time. She ran a hand through her short, shoulder-length hair. It was a vibrant pink, the latest in a series of wild colors she'd tried over the years. She loved experimenting with her look, and pink had been her go-to lately, perfectly matching her bold personality. But today, even her cheerful hair color couldn't lift her spirits. A few days ago, Sonic Rush had announced a special concert in her city. An intimate, once-in-a-lifetime event for their most dedicated fans. The tickets had sold out in minutes. Ariana had been ready, sitting at her computer, fingers hovering over the refresh button, but she had missed out. By the time she clicked the link, the tickets were gone. Sold out. She had sat there in disbelief, her excitement crashing down into disappointment. All of her friends had been just as eager, and they too had missed out. "Why didn't we get tickets?" Her friend Zoe had lamented over the phone that evening. "I can't believe they sold out so fast." "I know," Ariana had sighed, staring at the blank computer screen. "It's so unfair. We were ready." For days afterward, Ariana found herself moping around, the disappointment clinging to her like a fog. She watched as people on social media shared their excitement about the upcoming concert, posting pictures of their tickets, talking about what songs they hoped the band would play. It felt like salt in the wound. One morning, as she was scrolling through her phone, a headline caught her eye. "Win Sonic Rush tickets. Enter the life-changing challenge." Ariana's heart skipped a beat as she clicked the link and read the details. It was a contest hosted by a popular radio station in the city. The station had managed to snag a pair of tickets for the concert, and they were giving them away in a contest that required participants to do something big and life-changing. The rules were vague, but it was clear that they wanted to see how far fans were willing to go to prove their dedication. Ariana's mind started racing. This was her chance. Their chance, really, since the contest awarded 2 tickets. She could bring one of her friends and make this concert dream a reality. But what could she do that was big enough, bold enough to win? She spent the rest of the day thinking about it, coming up with ideas and dismissing them just as quickly. Shave her eyebrows? Get a tattoo of the band's logo? She considered and rejected idea after idea, feeling more and more frustrated. She needed something drastic, something that would make the radio station notice her out of all the entries. It wasn't until that evening, while she was brushing her pink hair in front of the bathroom mirror, that the idea hit her. Her hair. Her hair had always been one of her favorite features. She had dyed it every color imaginable over the years. Blue, purple, green, and now pink. It was a form of self-expression, a way for her to show the world who she was. And suddenly, the thought of changing it completely, of letting it go entirely, seemed like the biggest and boldest move she could make. "What if I go bald?" she whispered to herself, staring at her reflection. Her eyes widened at the thought. It was crazy. It was huge. It was exactly the kind of thing the radio station might be looking for. Her heart pounded as she thought it over. She had never, ever cut her hair shorter than shoulder length, and the idea of shaving it all off was terrifying. But the more she considered it, the more she felt a strange excitement bubbling up inside her. She would miss her hair, sure, but this was about something bigger than just hair. This was about a chance to see Sonic Rush, to be at that concert with her friends, and to prove to herself that she could do something bold. She grabbed her phone and texted Zoe. "Ariana, I'm thinking of entering the radio station contest for the Sonic Rush tickets." Zoe, "Really? What are you going to do? It has to be something big." Ariana, "I'm thinking of shaving my head." There was a pause before Zoe's reply came in, filled with shock and support in equal measure. Zoe, "OMG, are you serious? That's huge. You'd actually do that." Ariana, "I think so. I mean, it's just hair, right? It'll grow back. But these tickets, It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Zoe, you're so brave. I support you 100%. If you do this, I'll be rooting for you all the way. Ariana felt a rush of warmth at her friend's encouragement. It was exactly what she needed to push her past her last bit of hesitation. She took a deep breath and navigated to the radio station's contest entry page, filling out the form. When she got to the part where they asked what she planned to do, she typed in bold letters, "I will shave my head completely bald to show my dedication to Sonic Rush." With one final click, she submitted the form. There was no turning back now. A few days later, Ariana received an email from the radio station. They had reviewed her submission and wanted to invite her to participate in the contest. If she followed through, she would be in the running for the tickets. Her heart pounded as she read the message. It was really happening. She had to do this. The following afternoon, she made an appointment at a local salon. She had been there many times before for trims and dye jobs, but today would be different. Today, she was going to say goodbye to all of her hair. As she walked into the salon, the familiar scent of hairspray and shampoo filled the air. She approached the front desk, feeling butterflies in her stomach. "Hi, I have an appointment with Gina," she said to the receptionist. The receptionist nodded, checking the schedule. "Right this way. She's ready for you." Ariana followed the receptionist to a chair where Gina, her usual stylist, was waiting. Gina's eyes widened as she saw Ariana approach, taking in the look on her face. "So, what are we doing today?" Gina asked, a smile on her face. "Another color change?" Ariana took a deep breath, her heart racing. "Actually, I'm going to shave it all off." Gina blinked in surprise, looking at Ariana's shoulder-length pink hair. "All of it? Are you sure?" "Yeah," Ariana nodded, her voice trembling with a mixture of fear and excitement. "I'm entering a contest to win concert tickets, and I need to do something big. This is it." Gina hesitated for a moment, searching Ariana's eyes for any sign of doubt. When she found none, she nodded. "All right. If you're sure, let's do this." Ariana sat down in the chair, the butterflies in her stomach turning into full-blown birds. Gina draped a cape around her shoulders, securing it with a neck strip. Ariana watched in the mirror as her stylist moved behind her, gathering up her pink hair one last time. "Ready?" Gina asked, holding up the clippers. Ariana took a deep breath, clenching her hands under the cape. "Ready." The clippers buzzed to life, and Ariana felt the vibration near her ear as Gina made the first pass. She watched in the mirror, her mouth dry, as a section of her pink hair fell away, landing softly on the cape. Her scalp felt cool where the hair had been, and the sensation was strangely liberating. Gina continued to shave, each pass of the clippers revealing more of Ariana's scalp. It was a surreal experience, watching as her hair, the feature she had used to express herself for so long, disappeared bit by bit. She had expected to feel sadness, maybe even regret. But instead, a wave of exhilaration washed over her. She was doing this. She was actually doing this. When Gina finished, she stepped back to let Ariana see the result. Ariana stared at her reflection in the mirror, her eyes wide. Her head was completely bald, smooth and pale. It was a look she had never imagined for herself, yet somehow it suited her. It was bold, fierce, and unapologetic. "Well?" Gina asked, a smile playing on her lips. "What do you think?" Ariana reached up, running her hand over her smooth scalp. It felt strange and new, but at the same time, it felt right. She grinned, the butterflies in her stomach turning into a rush of pride and excitement. "I love it," she said, laughing. "I actually love it." Gina smiled, giving her a reassuring pat on the shoulder. "You're brave, girl. Not many people would do this. Good luck with the contest." A few days later, Ariana got the call. She had won the tickets. She was going to the Sonic Rush concert. She screamed into the phone, her excitement echoing through the apartment. "Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much." After hanging up, she immediately called Zoe, who nearly burst her eardrum with her own scream of excitement. "You did it! You actually did it!" The day of the concert arrived, and Ariana could hardly contain her excitement. She and Zoe got ready together, laughing and dancing around the room as they picked out their outfits. Ariana chose a simple, bold look, a black leather jacket, skinny jeans, and a pair of boots. She stood in front of the mirror, admiring her new bald look. It was still surreal, but it was growing on her. It made her feel powerful, like she could take on the world. As they walked toward the concert venue, Ariana felt the energy in the air. The streets were filled with fans, all buzzing with anticipation. She and Zoe held hands, weaving through the crowd until they reached the entrance, where they showed their tickets. Inside, the atmosphere was electric. The stage was set. The lights were dimmed, and the crowd's energy was palpable. Ariana couldn't stop smiling, her heart pounding with excitement. She had made it. She had taken a bold step, and now, here she was, about to see Sonic Rush live. When the band finally took the stage, the crowd erupted into cheers. Ariana felt the music pulse through her, the bass reverberating in her chest as the band started their first song. She and Zoe screamed along with the crowd, their hands in the air jumping to the beat. In that moment, nothing else mattered. It didn't matter that she was bald or that she had been nervous about it. All that mattered was the music, the joy, and the fact that she was living out a dream. Ariana lost herself in the concert, singing along to every song, laughing and dancing with Zoe. And as the night went on, she realized something profound. Shaving her head had been more than just a step for a contest. It had been a step toward discovering her own strength, her willingness to embrace change and take risks. When the concert ended, Ariana and Zoe walked out into the cool night air, their ears ringing and their hearts full. "That was amazing," Zoe shouted, her face flushed with excitement. "Best night ever," Ariana grinned, reaching up to touch her smooth scalp. "It really was," she agreed. "And you know what? I think going bald was the best decision I've ever made.